I knew Rob had high blood pressure, right? He's sitting next to me. He on the podcast. We going through the big six and we're talking about health and all that, right? The one thing that the second question we asked when a friend tell us, I got high blood pressure. I didn't ask Rob that second question because he walked when I say walk, he don't stop.
Right.
You know, in his basement, he got his carpet is water. He walk and talk. He walk thousands and thousands and thousands of steps a day. He walk. He's walk. He walk. He done all. He doing his thing. So you know, you assume. So when he had his aneurysm, the valve bust in his neck, 2 places, right over his heart and below that. Luckily, the brain kept going and flowing to his brain and all that. Just a miracle. Because this is not something somebody told me. Because you know, some people will add to stuff and oh man, the sky's falling. I talked to the doctor myself, and the words they used was I didn't hear them words. I ain't heard them words since the military.
Right.
Doctor said it's grave. He said the mortality rate is high on this surgery. If we do the surgery tonight, we're gonna have to drop his temperature. I'm gonna like freeze him and then thin his blood. That increases that low survival rate to even lower.
Right.
He probably won't make it. The doctor said that to us.
Oh, wow.
Me and Jolanda was standing there with his wife, and that wasn't a wake up call for me because I know how high blood pressure. But what was a wake up call for me was, I'm like, man, what happened? You know, like, what happened to my partner? What happened? So we're sitting out there waiting, and the doctor said the longer we can wait, the better it's going to be.
Right.
If it get worse, we're going to go straight into surgery.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there waiting, and this is the piece that really got me. And I was sitting out there in the waiting, we sitting in the room, the family room, and we're talking. I'm talking to his wife, and she said, yeah. I said, yeah. If I met him, he wasn't even doing this. Taking his medication for high blood pressure and everything. And asked her, what was it? No, matter of fact, she just tell me, she said, it'd be 200. 200? 200. I felt bad then because I broke protocol what we normally ask. I sit next to friends. We be cool and you think things straight. Their blood pressure is higher than their credit score. Right. Their blood pressure is high. You know, and that's, and I'm saying that so it can catch your ear. What ear? Man, I'm working on my credit. What is it? What's the number? Well, I don't know. Well, then you really don't know. That's why the big six is so important, because it ain't the big six I'm talking about. If you take the big six, it's like a coat rack.
Right.
It's somewhere to hang stuff on. I can ask the same question about the basement being, hey, I need my basement worked on. What you need with your basement worked on for? What's going on? Do you have any pictures? Ain't nothing like a picture.
Right.
When you're talking to someone and you're trying to get a picture, it's worth 1,000 words, they say. Right? When words can't describe it, send me a picture. I always say on the phone, well, guys, send me a picture. So, and I'm gonna tell you how this worked. I had a brother, we're in the men's fraternity next door. We're going through the health, because we always talk about it's the same scenario. We're going through the health of the men's, and we bring in tests, and we do the different tests, and the majority of stuff is free, like prostate and all that stuff, test, medication, high blood pressure, the medicine is free. We can figure it out. We're gonna get that. He said, man, my blood pressure, since I hit 60, my doctor's been messing with me, man, trying to get me on medication, trying to get money and all this. And I'm like, what you mean by that? Oh man, they talking about my blood pressure. I said, what is it? I don't know. But I said, hold on. Your doctor's telling you you got a high blood pressure problem. You don't remember the number? Oh man, ain't nothing wrong. I said, hold on a minute. What's your number? I said, hold on a minute. We went in there because I keep a cup. Right. I put that cup on him. He was like 168, 170. I said, that doctor ain't messing with you, man. You got high blood pressure. Right. And he's kind of stubborn too. I said, hey, let's challenge then. You say you eat good. First of all, I'm gonna talk to your wife. Whenever you got people who sidestep, double talking,
Right.
I eat good. I don't know, man. Let me talk to your wife. I don't eat but one, man. Hey, look, I talked to that wife.
They'll
That wife
tell it.
said, "What?" They eat like a horse. Not him, but so he became aware of it, lost weight, man. Blood pressure got in line. That's the goal.
Right.
And every time I see him, man, how's that blood? Boy, you looking good. Now, if I see him weight gain, getting his weight on him, that's why we are called to be brothers and to call to be helpers.
Right.
I'm your helper to one another.
Right.
And this is where I had to be. Being McDonald's owner, I get it. At one time I was the largest African-American employee in the state. I had 20-something stores, 1,000-some employees. So I get it. I got it. And then you talk about the turnover rate.
Right.
So I get a lot of it. I get it times 1,000. So a lot of stuff I've been through it. And I had one of my young men that worked for me, loved him to death. And they called me and say he's in the hospital. They had to rush him. His kidney failed. I said, kidney fail? Kidney just don't fail.
Right.
They normally give you a sign. If you get shot in your kidneys, it'll,
Right.
But just normally. So I rush to the hospital. We go to the hospital. I meet him then and say, hey, I'm talking to him. And I said, man, you didn't have no signs? He said, oh, yeah, man, about 8 months ago, doctor told me if I didn't get my medication, I was going to probably go on dialysis. I said, what'd you do? He said, oh, I ain't had the money. And I had just helped him out doing some stuff before. And I'm like, I helped you with this part. That medication was a whole lot more important than what we did.
Right.
Your health. And I said, you do know they give you that free.
Right.
If you ain't got insurance, because they know it's gonna cost them more with dialysis when you get on disability and all that. That's free. Right. So that was a wake-up call for me. Next wake-up call, young guy. When I say young, strong, and I'm not exaggerating, model, been on a couple of commercials. Him and went beautiful, strong. Did he even had a point that he did training and wouldn't take the medication. Then secondly, because I believe I can go holistic, like if one brother lost that weight, man, you're not gonna do that. You got to have friends. Friends got to be honest. Man, you're not gonna. Man, doctor told me if I do, man, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna stop eating. You need to go work out. Right. You better add some workout and some other stuff because if you're gonna eat like that, you got to work out. You got to burn that off. So, and I'm not saying that, and then I did his funeral. I did his funeral. I'm talking about young. And it was kind of like a hereditary in this family too. So that even more of a flag. So when I hear like high blood pressure, diabetes, when I'm sitting there looking, I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting there looking at sores.
Yeah.
Like, man, that don't hurt. Sores. Man, when you smell, I can smell, not like a stink smell of, man, your feet stinking. Yeah. No, your feet is dead. Now I'm telling you. So those are things where you say, what's the wake up? That's the wake up call.
Right.